This is not just another association. It's an association that is meant to be impactful, to make meaningful contribution to the animal production industry in the country. All members of SARI have responsibility to make the association work and make a lofty dreams come true. I therefore seize this unique opportunity to welcome everyone present here with my sincere appreciation. It is an honor and delight to have you all here, and I thank you and I say God bless.
The spirit of collaboration and mutual respect among related professionals gave birth to the Nigerian Society for the Study of Reproduction, getting close to 40 years ago. Today, due to the determination of a few of us, the new generation, headed by people like Professor SARI, Professor Adejumo, and so many others, who came together and saw the need to perpetuate the original intentions of the NSSR. Here we are at our first annual conference. And for all those who made today possible, please let's give them a big round of applause. Thank you. Animal welfare, the better use of resources, reducing impact in environment by reducing what we call gas house and ammonia emission, disease resistant, and more robust animal are some of the characteristics that breeders help to improve. They are essential to provide nutrition and safe food for population. Improve animal welfare, the better use of resources that help us to understand the animal better is to be our hope. And what are the areas that we need improvement? Like we somewhere yesterday they were discussing. Is it that we have not been doing it? No, there are so many people that are doing it and bided it in great copy in their offices. One, meaningful assisted reproductive technique, which will involve multiple ovulation, embryo transfer, in vitro fertilization, sex determination of sperm and embryo, and nuclear transfer or cloning. It's very important in our days that this must be improved. We cannot use the old method and to achieve new results. Number two, we need to improve the feed and feeding. I used to do with my students. if somebody punish you, in Muko, in Yeko, in Kobe Yeko, is in Shanko, but the result will be different when the feed is balanced. So, animal feed is food given to stock, particularly stock within the course of farming.
I appreciate you for bringing us in, because no matter what, when you want to import animal, you are supposed to be alerted. Or when you are going to export animal, you are going to be alerted. And I would like to appreciate that because concerning the formulation of food and nutrition, we would like to go into it because we are part of the under quarantine. We always be informed also.
When the invitation for this conference came to her, she brought it to my attention. That's where I got to know what is SARI. I never heard of SARI before. And I looked at the content of their letter, and I wrote that it's a good thing that if she can honor this invitation, it will be a good one. He said yes. And we say we should begin to gather the paper together, which we have been doing for weeks now, amidst our busy schedules. And here I am today. Why am I saying this? I was telling the president that my director sent her apology for not being able to attend. And he said, I'm here already, so she's here already. And it shows the importance she attached to this meeting, and particularly SARI.
I am so glad for the formation of this group, SARI, Society for Animal Reproduction and Improvement. It is a kind of summation and totality, but it's one of the basics of what we are doing, or we are. If we get the reproduction and improvement right, then every other thing falls in place. It is the foundation, is the basics. And that is what makes the difference between us and other countries. I've traveled far and wide. In Nigeria, I think we have destroyed our breeds. The parent stocks, most of them, they have been overused, overflowed. Some have been sold as, that is, you see people selling GPS, grandparent stock, and PS, parent stock, as commercial meat animals. On behalf of Animal Science Association of Nigeria, I wish to thank each and every one of us, and I wish us a very successful deliberation.
It's our great pleasure to be supporting SARI conference, because personally on our farm we've also benefited from some of the reproduction practices and innovations that the society is bringing. And we also look forward to future collaboration in other programs that the society is willing to bring on board. So it's nice to be here, and we will look forward to further collaborations with the society and with everyone.
Nigeria's population estimated at over 200 million people. It's a fantastic demand base for animal proteins, such as milk, meat, eggs, and byproducts. With modern animal husbandry, livestock business ought to be lucrative in Nigeria, where the converse is the case. It is therefore necessary to have a diagnostic and scoping activity or exercise to identify gaps, previous interventions, apportion and accept lapses and blames. We must cultivate that habit of accepting blames, accepting responsibility for lapses. Animal reproduction goes very deep in animal physiology and anatomy as a foundation for individuals to bring about the desired breed through direct or assisted reproductive technologies such as artificial insemination or embryo transfer. Animal breeding and improvement for food animals and also for companion animals start with animal breeding and genetics. This is not artificial insemination. AI has been abused to reflect animal breeding, reproduction and improvement. Unfortunately, by professionals too, that include veterinary doctors and animal scientists. We all guilty. Many states established AI centers, AI for breed improvement. The AI improve breed. AI is not animal breeding, nor animal improvement. It is merely a technique of effective transfer of genetic material from one individual to another. Embryo transfer is also another method of transferring genetic material from one individual, that is the donor, to another, which is the recipient. The genetic material being transferred is the result of measurements and statistical calculations and records of expected positive productivity and many other complex issues. There are complex terminologies in arriving at traits of economic merit being developed and recorded. Examples: genotype, phenotype, heritability coefficients, that is ratio between estimated genetic variance and phenotypic variance, expected genetic gain, annual genetic progress, degree, progeny records, selection index, SI, genomics, etc. So we have a lot of, all these things are done here. They are all reproduction and reproductive activities, assisted reproductive activities.
The challenge of ensuring food security, which concerns not only the availability of food products, but also their nutritional quality, is particularly important to modern Nigeria. The diet of the population lacks sufficient animal protein, which entails many health problems. The low productivity is particularly due to the characteristics of indigenous species and different ecotypes of our farm animals. These breeds are distributed across the diverse agroecological production systems and are carriers of unique and responsive genotypes. The improvement of these breeds therefore represents a logical starting point for improving food security and agricultural productivity in Nigeria. Better genetic characterization is required to better understand natural genetic variation of these indigenous livestock breeds and develop strategies for improvement. Animal improvement typically refers to the process of selectively breeding animals to enhance desirable traits such as productivity, disease resistance, or other characteristics. Thank God for Professor Yemi who was giving insight to that. This can be achieved through various breeding techniques and general genetic selection methods. Animal improvement plays a crucial role in agriculture, livestock farming, and conservation efforts. Number 2, National Livestock Breed Improvement Program. This is what I was referring to. Considering the growing demand, the gap between the actual and real demand for protein source food, there is no way we can meet up if we continue to do the old things the way we have been doing. That's why technology has to come in. We have to employ every available technology to improve on the capacity of our own God-given adapted breeds for maximum productivity. And that is why the department brought on board what we call the National Livestock Breed Improvement Program under the National Livestock Transformation Plan implementation, essentially for breed improvement. The National Livestock Breed Improvement Program now is a livestock improvement program initiated in the implementation of the National Livestock Transformation Plan, aimed at improving the genetic makeup of Nigerian indigenous breeds of animals for increased productivity in terms of milk and meat yield. This will in turn improve the livelihood of Nigerians, create jobs, and reduce the country's dependence on importation of dairy products and other livestock products. I mentioned it there. We are spending huge amount on importing, especially dairy products. The program employs the approach of promotion and facilitation of artificial insemination and other breed improvement techniques, service through training and provision of essential tools and inputs to train community artificial insemination service providers for improved services. Some members of this SARI have been partnering in doing this training. This effort is targeted at the systematic evolution of hybrid filial generation for beef and dairy cows and other classes of livestock with improved productivity, potential, and overall genetic improvement of the national health. A national animal breeding policy to serve as a roadmap for the emergence of utilitarian indigenous breeds is being finalized, and by way of policy to give a roadmap for systematic improvement of our livestock through the provision of a national animal breed policy is underway.